So today we're going to talk about things that are 100 years old.
What's 100 years old?
Well, let me tell you what's 100 years old.
Besides, I feel 100 years old.
First of all, let's go back in history. World War I was going on 100 years ago. We were in the middle of it.
And my church is 100 years old. Little Tarpon Springs Church of God is 100 years old. We just had our 100-year anniversary.
And get this, meat prices, roast beef for about 3.5 ounces, it was 8 cents. And during the war, they were trying to cut back, so beans were a cheaper alternative at 5 cents a can.
5 cents a can.
All of these things going on.
100 years ago.
Yep, it was amazing. So, Carol,
what else is 100 years old?
Well, Florida Realtors is about to be 100 years old.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! Hello, everybody. My name is Barry Horvath, and this is Moving Forward TV, your local market update.
And I am DeLynn Gaston. Thanks so much for joining us today, everyone. And we have a guest with us, and she's not 100, but...
No, and she clearly does not look 100.
No,
today we have a very special guest. We have the one, the only, Carol Kinnard.
Hello. How are you
Carol.
this
Welcome
morning?
to the show. Carol is actually the president of the West Pasco Board of Realtors.
That's correct.
For
Barry.
how much longer?
I only have one more month to go.
But wow,
what a year it's been, huh?
What a
It
year
has
it's
been.
So,
It has been a wonderful year.
so Carol's going to share some insight of some exciting things that are really old in the industry per se. You know, we talked about some silly things in our teaser, like how old the electric starter is.
How old I feel.
No, the electric starter is 100 years old. Did you know that?
Some mornings I need an electric starter. Something to get us going.
And today being one of them. And you know
I
what?
know.
Let me tell you something else that was going on 100 years ago. Farmers were pushing to get women the right to vote. So because of the farmers, you guys can vote today, okay?
Thank you, farmers.
Did you know that a little over 100 years ago, they were celebrating the 100th anniversary of the brassiere?
What?
Oh, thank God for that, too.
I was really appalled because they had this on a magazine front. And my son looked at that as a child and just his jaw dropped of this woman in a brassiere.
Oh.
I wrote the magazine and I said, please do not put that on your cover letter of your cover of the magazine, because it's not appropriate for young boys as you're in the checkout line of the grocery store. Well, they wrote me back and they said, did you know 100 years ago women had to wear whale bones and tie themselves up?
Oh my gosh.
I wrote them back and I
Wow.
said, well, thank you. I really do appreciate it. However, spare me the 100th anniversary of the Kotex.
Yeah, let's hope.
All right. Now that we know that the Kotex is 100 years old too.
We're not sure when it's coming, but it will not be on a magazine.
Yeah. So clearly, I'm going to miss that day. Okay? I'm going to skip right on by it. So let's talk about the 100-year anniversary of the Board of Realtors. What is up with that?
Well, it's actually the 100th anniversary of Florida Realtors. And they have a project going that is called 100 Years, 100 Families. And it is the objective of the West Pasco Board of Realtors to support what they continue to do with the West Pasco Habitat for Humanity. And that is to build and modify and remodel homes for those who need assistance in their homes, or to purchase a new home, to rehab it, to get it available for a great price for those who need assistance.
Oh, how nice.
The West Pasco Board of Realtors works with its business partners, and many of those partners, contractors, plumbers, electricians, will come in of their own resources and provide the manpower and the financial portion of it to redo these rehabs. And another portion of it is that Florida Realtors will grant money to a local association. And using that grant money, we will have it multiplied many times over. Many realtors actually are the ones that are doing the painting and the hammering and the of nails, etc. So it's a great program.
Wow.
Is this a new program, and is it the entire state is doing this, or is this just our board up here?
Well, it is something that the West Pasco Board of Realtors has been doing for several years.
Oh,
it's called Home Ownership for All program, and they have gotten some grant money from Florida Realtors to do this. So our program has been replicated. It's been a great model for other local boards to follow.
So the goal is to have housing for 100 people.
Or more, I'm sure.
Or more.
To help families, 100 families, to reach their American dream.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Wow.
And it was started right here in West Pasco. How cool is that?
And we have about 5 projects going on right now.
So clearly the real estate professionals are handy too. They can do tools, they got hammers, they can plumb, right?
I tell
Aren't they?
ya.
They're the jack of all trades.
They
got
are.
swollen thumbs to prove it, yes.
So you've been out there hammering these projects yourself then?
I
Nice.
haven't done too many because I'm really not very handy that way. But my hair isn't really gray. It's all that white paint that has fallen down on
It's the ceiling paint.
That's
coming.
right.
So tell us about the 100-year anniversary of the board then. What is, is that a statewide celebration with all the boards?
It is. Florida Realtors has encouraged all the local boards to have this celebration of 100 years, 100 families in any way they see fit. So it is something that they've promoted. And yesterday, actually, we sang happy birthday to Florida Realtors at the West Pasco Board of Realtors. We had a Thanksgiving luncheon and celebrated
And it
today,
was
which
delicious.
is, it was.
Yes.
We celebrated Veterans Day and
Nice.
honored our veterans, yep.
Now, I think a lot of people don't know what does the board do. I know they support their realtors, they support the community and everything, but really, what goes on behind the scenes at the board?
That has evolved somewhat over the last few years. When you think about realtors having all the networking information that they have, what is available. Mm-hmm. It used to be in print. You'd get these big, thick books about these homes are for sale. Or
I
these
remember those books.
So,
Is that 100 years ago too?
almost.
Yeah.
But they have gone through the MLS system, and it used to be that the local boards each had their own MLS system. Well, as things became more regionalized, so has the MLS system. So they almost have to group together to get into the MLS. And I don't, because I'm a commercial agent, I don't get into too much of the MLS. I use my own commercial. Mm-hmm. But what the local boards do have evolved from providing the MLS to servicing the MLS locally. Another thing that they do is educate. There are quite a bit of programs for to understand what is happening in real estate. We mentioned TRID.
Some of the changes.
The changes that come down from our regulators on high. That is what the National Association of Realtors assists to the Florida Realtors, and the Florida Realtors assist to the local boards in educating and providing assistance to the agents and brokers.
Wow, that's awesome. All right, when we get back, we're going to talk to Carol more and get her insight on the growth and what's going on in the current real estate market. We'll be right back.
Revolutionary in his field, Dr. Bonatti created, perfected, and patented the Bonatti spine procedures. Using his genius, Bonatti invented precise tools necessary to minimize surgery, scarring, anesthesia, and recovery. So successful are the Bonati spine procedures, they consistently reflect over 94% patient satisfaction. 45,000 successful procedures have been performed exclusively at our location. Nearly half our patients suffer from failed back and neck surgeries at other facilities. Bonati succeeds where others fail.
Everyone's story is different, so why be limited to just one or two options? With Norcom's Norflex Home Loan, you're given the flexibility to tell your story. Pick your terms from 8 to 30 years, all while maintaining a low, fixed mortgage rate. You can pay off your loan more quickly or choose a term based on your budget and timeline. Whatever you do with the Norflex Home Loan, make it part of your financial plan. Norflex. Short-term, long-term, your terms. Apply online at norcommortgage.com.
Okay, we're back with Carol Kinnard.
Thanks, Carol.
You're welcome.
I know we kind of dragged her out on this show here.
And
we're
we didn't even give her a chance.
No.
We didn't give her an introduction. I know that everybody watching already knows Carol because of all she's done in the community.
Because we're nationwide. So
we are nationwide.
You are the president of the local board of real estate here,
I was
which
going to say, we didn't introduce her.
West
properly.
Pasco Board of Realtors. Yes, I'm the president.
And you're the president. Give us your background before that, because clearly you had a practice life like we all did, right?
Oh, absolutely.
You don't just become born and say, I'm going to be the president of the West Pasco Board of Realtors.
Well, about 100 years ago, my husband and I moved to Florida, two hippies in a Volkswagen Bug, and we ended up in West Pasco. Of all things, it just seemed
Did
better
you guys
than
have a little
Brooksville.
black light going in the back? A little disco
Probably,
ball. I see where this is going. So you were
Actually,
beatniks.
somewhat, yes. So I got into banking, of all things.
I'm so sorry.
And I ended up getting my degree and I went to Florida School of Banking and I went to Stonier Graduate School of Banking, and my thesis was in mark-to-market of financial instruments. So I became a nerd after I was a hippie. But
Wow, that's quite the transition.
Quite the progression, yeah.
But I started
hilarious.
in 1987. A group started Citizens National Bank and Trust in Port Richey, Florida.
Oh.
I was the chief financial officer and chief operating officer, and about 10
Wow.
years later,
She's big time.
She's impressive.
Yeah.
about 10 years later, we ended up getting bought out, and I ended up going to St. Petersburg, doing asset liability management and interest rate risk analyses. That was really fun. And I'm sure you want to know more about that, but I won't bore you. So I ended up...
Do you know anything about sports?
Yes, I do, actually. So,
I need your analysis then on the Buccaneers.
oh my goodness.
Oh, sorry. Go back to
Don't bet on them.
I love to watch it when they're bent over than those tight ends. But
I knew I loved her.
All right. I'm sorry. Go ahead. About your background in banking.
so,
You still want to go with the
No,
Bucks?
no.
Because I'll bet we can carry on for a while with that.
I'm done. I'm done.
after several mergers, and I was a runaway slave to bank mergers, I decided to get into real estate.
Because yes, runaway slave to real estate, that goes well.
Right. And
Stand-up comedy in there somewhere?
I know.
nothing like
That's
that.
so
but,
funny. So how did you become the president of the board? How did that?
Well, it was.
She drew the short straw.
I missed a meeting, is what happened.
See what happens? Oh, we were
No, I had many
voluntolding her.
people in front of me who encouraged me to get involved with the local board, and I had many commercial realtors say, "Why are you doing that?" Because the local board is predominantly residential realtors, but we've had phenomenal growth this year.
Yeah,
We've had
tell us
over
about
10%.
the growth. What's going on with the numbers? I mean, more people joining the board. What's happening? Is it old realtors getting back in? Is it new people getting in the business? Is it college
That's a good
grads?
question.
It's
You know?
actually a mixture, but we've got predominantly some new people coming in who have been in other arenas and have changed.
Like banking?
And like banking,
Like
yes.
runaway slaves.
Like runaway slaves. And they have embraced real estate because there so many of the local, the new TV programs that really produce that, you
Right.
can turn it,
Sure,
flip it,
the
and
flip
that kind of
it,
thing.
yes.
But it is an exciting thing to do because you get to meet some wonderful people just like you, and you get to work with.
She was talking to me.
Or wonderful.
Yeah,
I like
right.
that. Can we like rerun that part again?
Well, you get to, and it's a wonderful feeling to feel like you're helping someone. And
Yeah,
that's
it
the
is.
service part
It
of
is.
it. And so I know the residential realtors really feel great about helping people get into homes, and maybe they're new homeowners. So exciting.
I know, it is. That part is very exciting.
And what
on
is
our
the
end, too.
trend right now? Are we seeing more listings? Are we seeing less listings? Are we seeing more sales? I mean, you guys must have some kind of statistics that come in through the board. What is it? What is the
Absolutely.
trend?
Numbers guy.
Foreclosures have been on the downturn. So those investors who have come in and paid cash for the foreclosures have pretty much maximized that in our area. But there's a lot of investment going in now and some new building. Because I'm commercial, I specialize in medical properties, and as you know, when you're 100 years old, you need a lot of medical attention.
Down here in Florida, we
In
need a lot of
Florida,
medical
yes.
attention.
So were you really paying 8 cents for roast beef back 100 years ago?
Well, all I can tell you is when I got into real estate, I felt like I was older than dirt, so
Right.
I might as well sell it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good.
So now, so you're in commercial real estate,
Yes.
and that kind of like starts everything, or maybe, you know, with the residential real estate picking up, obviously it's creating jobs, there's a lot of new construction and stuff going on as well. I mean, I know in our area out the 54 corridor,
Yes.
it's just unbelievable as far as residential. What about commercial?
Commercial
Where's
follows
the biggest
that.
growths in commercial?
Well, you've got some projects coming in where residential is booming. Those projects that are going to be on the Little Road 54 corridor, and we all know what's happened at 56, where the new
The mall.
malls have gone
Right,
in.
right,
Crazy.
right.
And there's Florida Hospital has expanded into the Wesley Chapel market. And many of my
Wow.
clients, and I cannot name them, are hospitals and hospital groups that serve the medical community, and they are expanding as well.
And they're looking at this area as
Absolutely.
a great place to expand
I have
right now.
something that's
Does
going
that
to
mean
be
we have a lot of
opening
old
up
people?
soon, and it's under construction, and it should be done at the end of this year.
Wow.
That's
So we
fantastic.
anticipate it.
So that creates jobs in this area. It's going to
Absolutely.
create jobs in this area in the medical field, as well as those people who are going to be working there need housing. So it's going to really be a huge,
Correct.
wonderful impact for
You
our.
still have that degree in economics, don't you? Sorry. Sorry, I just had to make fun there. I
Well,
just had, threw in, it was Captain Obvious, so.
We've heard of the trickle-down theory.
Yes.
When you
That's
get to be
it.
100, you really have a trickle-down theory.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
all downhill from here, right?
That's right.
Oh, well. So let's get back to,
I don't know. What do you want to get back to?
well, I don't want to talk about the tight ends anymore, so I'm
I
done.
love talking about
I think we
commercial
need,
real
I
estate,
think we
but-
need to move forward, and we'll be right back with our upcoming events.
Walk through life. Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let's take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way?
Okay, welcome back with Carol Kinnard. And now we're going to get into the segment, the show you've all been waiting for.
Upcoming stuff.
No, we're going to talk about TRID. Okay, just kidding. Sorry.
Yeah, that about sums it up. That's about all we all have to say about TRID, huh? My dad always said, if you can't say anything good, don't say anything at all.
All you can say is trod lightly on TRID.
Yes.
Yes, TRID trod. I can't even say it. Let's forget about TRID.
what she said.
Let's talk about fun stuff like community events and upcoming events. So let's
All of
get
our
right
fun
to it.
stuff.
Yeah, there's
We
lots
always
of
have
fun
stuff going on.
So we got
November.
Thanksgiving, football,
Rest,
Yeah.
sleep,
Yeah.
take a nap
Get
because
ready
December.
It's over. Okay, so we have the River Lights Boat Parade coming up on December 5th. It's one of the largest displays of lights on the beautiful Cody River in the city of Newport Richey, and it's a wonderful event. There'll be thousands of people who gather on the riverbanks, but
Right.
this year's going to be a little different. There'll be a party going on before, during, and after. No, it's not going to go on at Carol's house because people like to fall in the water and break their legs. That's a true story attached to that, right?
Yes, it is.
But
Yes.
in downtown Railroad Square in the city, will be blocked off. We'll have vendors, we'll have bands, music, and it's going to be a lot of fun and excitement. So get your boat registered on www.pba.biz, West Pasco Business Association. It's only $20 to register your boat to be in this. You can advertise your business. I heard the Grinch might show up on the river.
I think he might.
Yeah, that's the rumor. And get your vendor spot for $100. You can have your own vendor spot in a blocked off city square in Newport Richey where thousands of people are going to gather. And of course, the captain's party is on December 2nd over at Boulevard Beef and Ale.
Do they have to
for
be
your boat.
registered by a certain time? Before the captain's party?
Well, yeah, they should. We will accept registrations at the captain's party, but we prefer to have everybody in
Ahead of
so
time.
we know if we have
So
enough
we know how
room.
many boats we got coming
Yeah,
and
we
stuff
have
like that.
we have 1 million. Sorry.
Be creative. It was an
Yeah.
awesome event last year,
Yes,
and
it
it's going
was.
to be even bigger
And
this
bring-
year.
It's $10 if you have a kayak. So if you just want to paddle down
Oh,
the
yeah.
river, and rumor
Decorate your kayak.
Rumor has it we got an airboat that's going to blow the kayaks away, but that's not important.
That's a little more than air. That's a little more than rumor.
All right, let's move forward just a few more days.
A
We
week
have
later.
we have the signature event of the West Pasco Business Association. It is the How the Grinch Saved Christmas, which it looks like we have up to 6 families that in the local community that we're going to support this
Right.
year. What a great event. Jewel
That
Avera
is
will
on
be
December 11th. It
Yeah.
is a Friday night.
Yep, Jewel Avera will be playing that night,
Right.
a nationally touring band.
And for any
don't
of you
wanna
who
miss
came
it.
last year, we know that we were very, very crowded. You know, I think the venue held like 300 people, and we had like 400 people.
Yeah.
So this year we've moved it to Spartan Manor.
Yep, in
So
Newport Richey on Massachusetts Avenue.
plenty of room.
And plenty of food.
You do have to buy tickets for that. So
The Greeks say we will not run out of food.
That's right. And we also are still looking for sponsors for that. There are some sponsorship available, but they are going quickly. So again, at wpba.biz, remember, you can
Get your-
register, buy tickets, and you can register for any of
Yeah,
the
get your tickets because it has
sponsorships.
sold out for the last 2 years and
Yes.
it will sell out again.
Yes.
So, and then the next day,
December 12th.
no, that's the
Yeah.
12th. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. Sorry. I'm still thinking about the tight ends that Carol was talking about earlier.
Me too.
No, I didn't want to go there. Go ahead. Okay, on December the 12th, we will have,
2 events are going on.
yeah,
that
we have
day.
Winterfest that day. That's Dr. Unger's former fall festival over at Mitchell Field behind the YMCA.
It's going to be a family fun event, and snow.
Lots of snow.
believe there'll be snow.
And rumor is some of that snow is going to start at the Grinch
Yeah.
and melt down over to Winterfest. So that's just rumor.
And
on
then
the
it is
street.
also the street parade
Yeah,
for
the-
Newport Richey.
the New-
So yeah, don't try and go downtown unless you want to go and see the parade, because otherwise you're going to be stopped.
Yeah, there's going to be lots of stuff going on. So, but Carol, thanks for being on today.
You're very welcome. I really enjoyed it.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
we really appreciate it. And
So get this show out there. We
Yes.
appreciate you guys watching. Of course, share it, like it.
Facebook.
Twitter, LinkedIn,
Instagram.
Tervis Tumblr.
Not a Turvis Tumblr. You just think.
I like my Tervis
you just
Tumblr
think-
thing.
You don't even know what Tumblr is.
No, I don't.
She's like anti-social media. If she
That's
likes your
job.
post, consider it an honor because that's just a big deal for her. So.
It is.
But anyway,
We appreciate everyone watching. We are today and every day.
I'm so glad we had this time together. Is that what I'm supposed to say or not?
wait, moving forward.
Oh, okay, moving forward.
Moving forward with class. See everybody
guys,
next
thanks.
week. Bye-bye.